I could go two different ways with this conversation, but I'll stick with the tech industry because that's what I know the best. But I mean, if you look at, I mean, come on, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Salesforce, are
Facebook.
all Facebook, all investing oodles and oodles. Well, let's just talk about clean energy for a moment, solar, wind, and so forth. And Google, I think Amazon was the biggest buyer of clean energy last year, right? They have these power purchase agreements. As a corporation,
Do you know what percentage of their data center and technology operations are funded from clean energy now?
all right, so I don't know their percentage. I can tell you what Google has said, and they've said that 100% of their footprint in the United States is offset now by how much clean energy they purchase. So they've put money into wind farms, and now I'm saying offset because it doesn't necessarily mean that data center runs on a solar plant, right? But it means that they've supported enough solar power and wind power as additions to the electric grid that they basically have offset.
They're compensating for their quote unquote dirty energy.
But you know what? These are not dumb companies, right? They wouldn't just be doing this because it's nice to do. It's saving them money on their power, right? So they're building out these huge data centers, and
are we at a point where, Heather, people understand that sort of you can make green by going green, and it's not some bullshit, altruistic, happy horse shit, left wing, whatever, that there's like actually a CFO perspective that is like, hey, going green is good for the green on our bottom line. Are we getting there yet?
Yeah. I mean, here's another totally untech example. Company called Prologis. Ever heard of them?
I have not. I'm sorry.
They run huge. I don't know what their number is, but they are one of the world's biggest real estate investment trusts running warehouses and distribution centers around the world. Okay. What do they have on top of those distribution centers?
Solar panels.
Power. And because it is a good investment, they're making money off of them.
Yeah.
And I do believe that the ones that think about this thoughtfully and that have engaged, it's just the ones that have engaged their chief financial officers in the conversation are beginning to understand this. Starbucks had a green bond that they did last year. They issued a green bond.
What's a green bond, Heather?
Green bond is a bond that is specifically designated for things like renewables, things like helping organic farms build their footprint, et cetera.
So did they, when you say bond, did they raised money to make these green investments?
They raised money to enable others to do things. And they did it because the treasurer did it because it was the best return for his money.
So investments in green at Starbucks had a spreadsheet ROI. It wasn't just because they wanted to feel good about it.
It was the treasurer. It wasn't the guy who's in charge of the clean or green, programs at Starbucks. It was the treasurer. He was like, wow, this is a really good investment. Let's do this. And boom. So,
and how fascinating for you is it that, you start your career off living at this intersection of science and arts, your ability to communicate and write. And here you are. I mean, you are one of the pioneers in educating the world that quote unquote green tech is not some altruistic thing, that there's a real economic impact that you can have.